My house, my rules. Now baking up that sausage, boy.
All right, what's up? VA Peninsula, all of Waka, it's just not just limited to VA Peninsula, greater than that. We have a wider audience, broad appeal.
Across the nation.
This is 3 Up, 3 Down, the official podcast of Wednesday nights. Hey, Katie.
Nice jacket.
Yeah,
Yeah.
What was she sharing for?
3 Up, 3 Down.
Oh, yeah.
Enthusiasm.
Right.
My name is Commissioner Brent Leslie Phillip Wentworth Jr.
Is that on your birth certificate?
That is on my birth.
Commissioner?
Yeah, no, that's my title. Funny story, if I may.
Oh, well, of course.
My middle name's also Philip before you go in.
Is it?
Yeah, Matthew Philip Walbrock.
My first name is Edward. I just
Bunch of distinguished men here.
wanted to jump in.
I actually made a donation to the Pittsburgh Children's Hospital for the Connor the Crusher.
The WWE
Anyways,
Warrior Award.
as I was filling out the donation form, they have title, and I hit the drop down box, and it's like a whole list of every title you can think of, like senator, president, Mr., Mrs., doctor, and then they had commissioner on there. So I was like, glad they got my title on here, so I put Commissioner Brent Wentworth. And then today in the mail, I got a postcard from them that was actually addressed to Commissioner Brent Wentworth. And I was
That's
like,
awesome.
man,
Well,
respect.
fun fact, all the mail I've ever gotten from the Furman University Alumni Association addresses me properly as Reverend Edith Johnson. Since I think I told them I was going into the faith upon leaving, so
Nice.
yeah.
How'd that work out?
I'll be officiating a wedding in June, so that's how it's working out.
There it is.
The second wedding of my illustrious career.
You're a wedding officiant?
Damn right I am.
Yeah, I would.
I wish you were in
Yeah,
I know,
there's still
man.
time.
And I'd rather you just enjoy yourself. You don't need to work that day.
You're right.
Take the day off.
Yeah, take the day off.
It's too close to it's during my birthday week, so I'll still be
We're done.
So we got the commissioner, we got the reverend, and we got the
Salty dog.
salty dog. All right, that's not really a title.
Yeah,
It's,
well.
salty dog Matt Wellbrock.
Yeah. I think it's fitting.
I'll allow it.
Thank
I
you.
like it.
I like it.
I bless you.
Thank you.
It is so.
Let's get down to some kickball, gents.
No.
what
Since we're talking about kickball, Sitch Winner 15 was a suggested group for me. About time.
Deal.
Go on.
You're 16.
So we're just going to go down the rungs here. Sitch brother team, the Itch, in a highly contested, talked about battle against longtime team JFK. JFK pulling off the victory, 3-0 over the Itch.
Way to take the lead on this one, Matt. I like it. Good, smooth transition. Quarterbacking. Yeah, so week 1. And it was a little chilly out there, but it was exciting to be back out at War Memorial Stadium. And this is definitely one of the marquee matchups going into this week. I saw a little bit of it, actually. It was 0-0. And then, JFK, or rather the Itch, has a couple of newer players in their outfield. And JFK just found them. Haas with the RKI double. Adam Tatum followed that up with a 2-run home run a couple kickers later. And that's all the runs that JFK would need is Haas was dealing out on that mound.
And you mentioned Haas on the RKI double. And also, big shout out to Haas, who was really, from what I could hear, was burning them across the plate. Ended up fouling out one of our premier females in Noelle Walsh, who rarely fouls out to her own accord. So
According to her.
according to her,
I don't think I've ever done
I don't think I would not consider her a liar. So I would assume that is factual.
There's no reason.
And I think we definitely mentioned last week that, JFK, when they were bringing this team back, they had a big loss to Daniel Shaw, the Condor, who went to the other team, and so they brought on Haas, and he's filling in the void quite well 1 week into the season.
They didn't really bring back, or they didn't bring him on. They They brought him back. You know, he's been with JFK.
Bring him on. Bring him back.
Hey,
Put him in the starting mold right there, you know?
Well, yeah, now he's the man.
The faith has been entrusted. You know what I'm talking about.
You can only pitch one pitcher at a time. You know,
I do.
it was an embarrassment of riches that they had in seasons past when they had JC, Haas, and Daniel. Now they just have JC and Haas. You know what? That's pretty decent.
Some people would salivate over that lineup.
They don't have the right-hander to bring in against right-handed
Yes.
kickers in a situation late in the game.
There is a weakness there.
I did meet with my soon-to-be best friend Matthew Kaup Thursday evening to discuss this game. Wait,
What?
did I see that dude?
Maybe you dreamt it.
Whoa, I think I did. I didn't see him Thursday night. Oh, that was Will. Will. Will's no.
Poor Will. Just second fiddle to in your
Yeah.
friend's room.
I just wanted it to be Kaup so bad. Anyway,
Yeah, dreams about Cal.
yeah, I do. I got dreams about being teammate with him. I got dreams about him.
I'm a little jealous.
Yeah, confirmed that the itch is old. As I stated previously, had a little trouble getting the offense rolling. He's looked to be that would be an ongoing issue. I said, Pshaw, they'll be fine.
Wait, Will told you this in
Will.
real life? Or
Shitting all over his team.
Or dream Will.
I was just saying Dream Matt Cal told you this.
Dream Matt Cal told me a lot of other things.
We're old.
No, I did see
I don't
Matt
know why
Wednesday
he's
night.
Hey, you saw him Wednesday night.
And then I saw Will Thursday. Let's not worry about my
All right.
social schedule so
We're
much.
actually Ravens.
It was about the game.
Yeah, no, we're at least somewhere around the top. Yeah,
Like a family
He
circus.
seems to be moving left to right. Mine goes up to down, just FYI.
yeah, I think it's
Cool.
all right. Well, good. The big win by JFK. You know, certainly close game. These guys will play each other later in the season, so as part of a, I switch the schedule around so that it's a little bit more balanced. Some of these top tier teams, they have rematches with each other later in the season. So, yeah, it worked out pretty well. I'm excited for it. So the Itch will get another shot at him. Moving on.
You know, I wondered about that. Not to get into it. Never mind.
No. Get into it. It's an open discussion.
Well,
Free form.
I wondered how this would affect, seeding with a lot of teams not going to be there for the tournament. When I first saw the schedule, that you're going to get some really wonky seeds because all these teams are going to be, and then based on if the team that's going to be there plays in that higher group, then they're going to automatically almost be, not automatically, but bump down to the bottom, and then there'll be multiple teams they beat per.
You definitely need a whiteboard
Yeah.
for this.
Yeah, above them, and then it would just
You're basically saying you're going to get a 1 seed team that is a 1 seed throughout the season, but then when the playoffs happen, they've lost all their people, and so now it's basically like a 13th seed.
Yeah. Or like the number 9
If they
team,
field the team. Yeah.
Yeah.
number 8, 9 team who plays, the lower half of teams, wins all their games, gets the number 1 seed, then the number 4 team is still around, but they've played 1 through 8. Lost half of those, so then they're down in the bottom of the pack, despite the fact that they're, by all accounts.
That's why they play the game.
Well,
The
yeah,
middle team tiers, the 8-9, they'll have played. I don't think there's anyone who. I guess. Well, I'll say this. There are some teams that avoid the top tier completely, but those teams, I'm pretty confident,
Right.
aren't consistent enough to where from week to week they're not going to go, 11-0, 11-1, or whatever.
Yeah.
Number 1 seed, unless I'd completely misjudged someone's talent, which has happened. Yeah,
Let's not forget the Rumspringa 2013 season running shop.
Yeah, man, you guys were
let me just say,
chasing people away from kickball with those good towns.
Is it get off our lawn?
Yeah. See ya.
All right. So
Elegant.
speaking of a team that's been vastly underrated, the Kilfs against the Smoking Bunts, 7-3, a big win for the Kilfs. Brian No Shoes Moore, a recent addition to the Kilfs that we mentioned last week. that was going to generate some offense that was much needed. 2 for 2 with
With
2 runs scored. So dividends right off the bat for the Kilps acquisition.
but
Yeah.
not 2 shoes.
Not 2 shoes.
No, they were those Kilps were hyped up, man. When I went out to Lucky's, they were each one of them came up to me and was like, "Hey, man, did you see us? Watch out for us." And I'm like, I said, "All right, I see you." But at the top of their order did damage. You mentioned no shoes, 2 for 2. Austin Whipple, Chris Storer, Kippy Holbrooks. They combined for 6 RKIs between them and a bunch of runs. So that Smoking Bunts defense just had a hard time containing that. So both times when they came up, they got touched up.
Yeah, I know people touched on the defensive play of Kippy Holbrooks for the Kilps. 7 pop-ups. There's been debated 7, 6 pop-ups. Could be 5, could be 4, but I like to go with the folklore and assume that it was 6 or 7.
Some of that credit goes to the pitcher, right?
Chris Storer and
Jose.
Jose.
Yeah.
As the great John Ford so eloquently put it in Who Shot Liberty Valance.
Come on, man. As a pitcher, we got to take credit. For
yeah,
that.
oh, absolutely. You'd be throwing that.
When it's time to print the legend or print the facts, always print the legend. Fuck you, man. That's one of the greatest American Western directors in history. People know who the fuck John Ford is.
He invented the Model T.
I'm about to take your ass out to Monument Valley.
He was the president in the 70s.
Yeah. But Smoking Bunts, let's give them some credit. They hung in there a little bit, tried to fight back. Ed Aaron, 3-run homer, but got called back for a triple. Here the ball kind of incidentally hit somebody that was standing there not paying attention and could not get out of the way in time. So,
Player in the game.
I heard it was somebody on the sidelines.
Yeah,
It was
just
just
like some
Dead ball foul or something along those lines.
interference or
Yeah.
whatever.
Some sort of shenanigans.
But I mean, he scored on the next play, so no damage done.
Good bunt by
Just damage done to his stat line, I guess.
Nicole Dewey to bring in Ed Aaron on the next play.
Kick ass.
My old many different teams.
No surprise to you, sir.
None at all.
All right.
Dark horse team riding high week 1.
I like it. Next game we had was a matchup between Five-Toe Death Kick and Pitching Dez.
Have we confirmed it's pitching Dez?
No, well,
You had one job.
I'm
You
pretty
had
sure.
one job last Wednesday night.
No, they were saying D's,
Okay.
but it's Dez.
Because it's spelled Dez.
No, just because I like it better. He's Pitching Dez. I don't know. There's grown. After reading it for weeks leading up to the season, it's just ingrained in my mind as Pitching Dez. Or if you're Victoria Davis, it's Kicking D's.
Well, looking at Matt's shirt, that's probably ingrained in your head as gray. So, does that mean you're right?
And
Nope.
we gotta go there, dude.
I know your weak spot. That's your daredevil colorblind.
Yeah, but my other senses are heightened. This is one that, first of all, Pitching Dez, for you guys who don't know, they're completely new to kickball. Like, the only person who has any experience at all was Dr. Adam Gold.
Who you'll see tomorrow.
I will see him tomorrow morning. He's gonna crack this neck up. But we can't give any plugs anymore, or else Bundy will get upset that we're not plugging his shiz. What's this? Oh yeah, Pitching Dez. They're completely new. They showed up at like 6:25 too. So
Heck
it's like
yeah.
they didn't even give themselves. They were like a 6:30 kick. They're all just like, "Hey, where do we go? Where's my shirt?" It's like, not even, what are the rules? They didn't do any practicing beforehand. They didn't do
Just gotta go in hot,
anything.
man.
Oh man, and it looked like it was going to be ugly. The first inning, Baltum, Mike Malozzi, he kicked a home run. They gave up another run. They were looking like it was like, oh man, this is going to get ugly because they just no idea. It was like every inning, it was like, all right, we need another girl out there, like, or we need another guy, or hey, you all got 13 people, 2 people have to come off. Like they had no lineups, no defense. I was like, this is gonna be rough. But then they started to get it together a little bit. They started catching some balls. Victoria gave a shout out to a dude named Zach for catching a bunch of balls.
Mhm.
And even on offense, they started getting on. They almost they were very close to tying the game up, but the guy called. It was just barely foul. Kick that one of the dudes had. So, and they most importantly, they all looked like they had fun.
What was the
5
score?
5-0.
Thanks.
Yeah, it was a 5-2 death kick. Put up 5 runs. Pitching does. Ian Fluke had a home run too late in the game. I think they'll get it, but boy, there's gonna be a learning curve.
Mhm.
My first bit of advice: show up a little bit earlier than 5 minutes before your game,
Yeah.
if possible.
When you first what to expect, like if it was your first kickball game, I mean, do you know that teams are showing up 30 minutes ahead of time and like warming up and practicing? So I think next week they're gonna be like, okay, yep, this is how it's going down. We need to show up about 15, 20 minutes early, get the stuff going, kind of warm up the legs, get a bunt line practice going.
Whoa, bunt line.
Dude, you
Slow down.
You got well, I guess baby steps, but
I think they were practicing this weekend, or I thought I heard that they were trying to. I don't know if that actually happened or not. But I'd like to see, some of these veterans, man, come over and talk to these guys in navy blue, teach them a few things. I mean, they all seem like they're really open and willing to learn. And well, I don't know, man. They're a fun group too, though. Luckies, they were going wild. New point system of Luckies. If there wasn't a point system, they would have won. That's another discussion. But that's all I gotta say about that.
All right.
Any other thoughts about that?
Nope.
All right. Let's go to our game. Cardiac Arrest defeating Rumspringa 7-3. We talked about in the preview is that this could be, look at something to come, possible finals matchup right here in week 1. I don't think that if that happens, that it'll go this way. Because what I saw, whether it was the weather, it was chilly, or whether it was some winter rust for some guys who didn't play Raptor.
Well, hype to be back in
It
blue.
could be that too. High expectations, little nerves, but I know Rumspringa dropped a couple pop flies that were pretty routine fly balls that Cardiac took advantage of, kind of give us that edge, that separation. You take away those couple plays, this is a really close game.
Yeah, and I credit you guys too, both of you guys. We said last week, I was like, you guys joining this team, whatever. You guys ain't gonna do nothing. But you guys both had pivotal plays.
Wait, did you said that to our face?
I'm pretty sure I did.
Wow.
Then I said like, I was like, you guys ain't gonna do nothing. Like, but you can check back through the video. But I'm here to eat my words today because you had a line drive kick left of the pitcher that you were able to get on and score some runs in. And then, George, you had a nice little deep kick past second base that was able to drive in a run, too.
Whose was better?
This was better.
I mean, it was a power versus finesse thing. Brunt had the power kick, line drive thing, but you had that finesse. Like,
Yeah.
he was a driver, going off of a par 5 tee box. You were more like just like that. I'm 7.
I thought Ramey was going to make a play online.
And it's too hot to handle.
Yeah.
But and another person I wanted to mention for Cardiac was Trey Simmons. I know we've been talking about Trey since he joined the Waka scene, but I believe it was definitely the first inning he shut us down. I mean, the bunts were in, if I was scooping them all up, making plays.
He had that one on Ricky that was just incredible. Like, just so quick. I mean, Rick left it a little short, but still, he just was shot right out of the box, scooped it, and threw out Rick by 3 steps. And I was like, damn. I can't believe Trey is as good as he is with a cast on his hand because he's got a broken bones in his hand or something. he's making plays like that on one of the most elite leadoff guys in kickball with a broken hand. I want to see what he's going to do when he heals. I'm excited.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with all these things.
All valid statements.
We were looking for you for affirmation. Like,
I know.
Big. I'll say
You're always looking at me for affirmation. So.
On the Rumspringa side of things, big ups to Rusty Wallace, who pitched 2 very good starting innings, 1 and 2. Like we talked about, if it wasn't for those